What's up, Quakes? I'm Mr. DeBar, and in this video I will be discussing the LipDub schedule for this Friday and give you some important information about all of the planning that has been going on by the video broadcast class over the past couple of weeks to try and make this event as successful as possible. First, I'd like to discuss why we're making the video. The goal of the LipDub video is to highlight our many great clubs and sports teams, as well as to show off our school spirit from both students and staff. This Friday, the high school and junior high will be on a PM assembly schedule. This will give us approximately 50 minutes at the end of the day to both practice and record the LipDub. With so many moving parts to the video, it's important to get you as much information as we can beforehand so that when we can best utilize the time we have on Friday. A couple of things before we get into the details of where you'll be and what the plan is for everyone. We are asking that everyone wear something Salem if they have it, or something red or black if they don't. Also, if you are willing to help, we will be decorating the school on Thursday after school to get it ready for recording. Now let's get into the plan. The LipDub will start at the 6th Street entrance of the school with Quaker Sam and proceed all the way down the senior hall with various representatives of sports teams and school clubs lip syncing to the camera while walking between spirited students and staff. The route will continue up the steps to the 2nd floor. It will then head down the junior high hallway until it gets to the center stairs. The camera will then head down those stairs, turning at the bottom and heading down the center hall and out into the courtyard. The camera will travel through the courtyard into the Learning Commons before heading down the main office hallway, past the cafeteria, and finally ending up into the gym. As you can see by this diagram, we have positioned different 5th period classes on either side of the hall for the representatives to walk through as the camera passes. Students are asked to cheer, sing along, throw confetti, or hype up the different representatives as they make their way through the halls. If you are a member of the club or sport along the route, but aren't one of the representatives singing, you are permitted to be a part of that group, but we ask that you limit the number of groups you are a part of during the video to 2, and that those 2 groups be spread out enough to allow you to get to the next team or club without running in front of the camera. This means that students will have to prioritize the teams or clubs they wish to represent. We know that many of our students do many different things here at SHS, but it's just not possible to represent all of them during the video. Once the camera passes by where your 5th period class is positioned, you will most likely be asked to head to a second location along the route to give more clubs and sports teams support as they get their turn during the video. Please make sure you are aware of where you are positioned for the start of the video, where you are asked to go once the camera passes, and how you have been asked to get there. The video will ultimately end in the gym with the entire student body present. The plan is that when the camera enters the gym, the song being played will be the Black Beatles song from the Mannequin Challenge from a couple years ago. The students will be in a frozen position, like a mannequin, while the camera walks around the gym. One of the drummers from the band will eventually play the jig, like they do in front of the student section at the football games during the 3rd quarter on Friday nights. When the beat drops, that is when the students will unfreeze and jump, yell, and throw confetti as the band plays. The band will then play Quaker Pride, and the video will end with the student body spelling out SALEM. Getting everyone to the gym before the camera walks in will take a lot of coordination and cooperation from both students and staff. The video broadcast students have practiced these escape routes to the gym for the various 5th period classes, but we know with the entire student body in the halls during the video, this will be a little bit more difficult. We ask that students move quickly through the halls, but also respectfully and cautiously. We do not want to see any pushing or shoving in the halls that may lead to students getting hurt or injured. Let's take a look at what the route and responsibilities for a 5th period class might look like during the video. We have broken the entire route into 5 zones. We have also created a Google Doc for every teacher's 5th period class, including where they're supposed to start the video, where they're asked to go once the camera passes them, as well as how they are going to get to the gym. As you can see here by the diagram, Mr. Samu's 5th period study hall will start the video at the end of Zone 1 and the beginning of Zone 2. Once the camera passes them, they will walk down the hall and split into 2 separate lines outside of the Learning Commons and wait for the camera to pass them again. This time, when the camera passes them, they will exit the building out of the 6th Street doors and head for the back of the gym, where they will enter through the wrestling room and get their spot for when the camera reaches the gym to end the video. While there are many larger sports teams and/or clubs here in Salem, I want to focus on 2 groups that have important roles in the video. The football team will be highlighted in the courtyard along the route. While it is not possible or expected to have the entire team present when the camera makes it to the courtyard, we can get a decent amount of players there to fill up the space. If you are a member of the football team, we ask that you report to your 5th period class to start the video. Once the camera passes, you can make your way to the courtyard for that part of the video. If you are a part of a class that is stationed upstairs in Zone 3, as your first location, however, you will not have enough time to make it to the courtyard in time once the camera passes without running in front of the camera, and we do not want anyone running in front of the camera that isn't one of the representatives along the route. The second group crucial to the success of the video is the band. If you are a member of the band, you cannot be stationed along the route anywhere in Zone 5 unless you are a representative of a club or sport singing in that zone, as you will not have enough time to get to the gym and in position to play before the camera gets there. If you are a lip syncer or a hype man for a club or sport along the route, once the camera passes, you will follow the exit plans for the classes stationed at that point during the route. For example, if you were lip syncing for boys tennis in Zone 3, once the camera passes, if you do not have any other clubs or sports teams to be a part of during the route, you would then assume the second location and exit plans of the classes around you at the time when the camera passed by, such as Mrs. Bramer's class or Ms. Dimitri's class. So you should familiarize yourself with those class locations and exit routes to the gym before Friday. However, if you're lip syncing for boys tennis and were also a member of the band, you would skip the class's second location and immediately head to the gym once the camera passes. Lastly, at the end of the 7th period, when the assembly time starts, everyone will meet in the gym for some directions before you head to your starting location. We will start by doing a practice run through the route so that we can get used to our assignments. We ask that nobody throws confetti during the practice run, as we will not have time to clean up the area before the actual recording of the video. And speaking of cleaning up, the video broadcast class would greatly appreciate any help from students once the video has been recorded who could stay and help clean up the halls. We know this is a lot of information, but it is our hope that when it comes time to shoot the video on Friday, everyone knows exactly where to go so it can be as smooth of a production as possible. For the full route, a detailed look at the different zones and class responsibilities, please sign up for the LipDub Google Classroom by using the code NHZNWSX. We need everyone to work together to help make this event a success, and we are excited to see all of us representing our school in the best way possible. Thanks for your time, and if you have any questions, please see me in room 203. We will see everyone on Friday, and go Quakes.